Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news on Dune Part 2, and that news is Christopher Walken has been cast as the Emperor. We do have some other casting news as well, but this is the primary focus of this update video. What a fantastic piece of casting news. Christopher Walken. What a great actor. Sort of. He is a good actor, but he's also Christopher Walken, and undeniably is just who he is. But I do honestly think this is pretty inspired casting. And it's a shame, because I was thinking the other day, like, I haven't seen... With all the updates we've had on Nicolas Cage and the films that he's doing and him clearing his debts and things like that, I was thinking the other day of all these other individuals that we haven't seen for some time. And Christopher Walken is one of those, I guess, similar to Malkovich, although we see a lot of Malkovich, is one of those kind of storied actors that you see in a lot of stuff, or used to, and just don't anymore. Malkovich, of course, is still in a lot of stuff. I can't remember the last thing I watched with Christopher Walken in. I think it might have been Seven Psychopaths. That was a long time ago. Or felt like a long time ago anyway. So let's dive into this. This is a report courtesy of The Hollywood Reporter. And like I said, I think this is really good news. I mean, I'm just a fan of most of what they're doing with this Dune sort of universe. I mean, it's not really a Dune universe, maybe it is, but I just think all of the casting's been pretty on point. I'm not a massive fan of Jason Momoa. I think his range is quite limited. So when he was cast as Duncan Idaho, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I didn't really care that much. But Christopher Walken is now going to be playing Emperor Shaddam. I love it. I really do love it. It's really good casting. Now, the all-star continuation to Denis Villeneuve's Oscar-winning adaptation of the Frank Herbert science fiction classic. I really liked Dune. I thought it was a good film. I had a lot of time for Dune. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. I had a lot of time for it. It was decent, and I'm looking for, these kind of sci-fi things. I like the fact that we're getting a resurgence on sci-fi. Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem. They're obviously all returning. And then we've got Florence Poe and Austin Butler will be joining as well. So that'll be interesting. Now, where sort of Emperor Shaddam sits into this, so the story will resume where Part 1 left off, with Paul Atreides fighting alongside the Fremen to free Arrakis from House Harkonnen. Now, Walken's going to be playing the ruler of the known universe, who initially sends the Atreides family to Arrakis in order to cause their downfall. So obviously, there was the lines of dialogue in the film where he's a jealous man, he's fickle, he's this, he's that, etc. And I think you can, Christopher Walken can do Unhinged, like undoubtedly he could do Unhinged. So I think this is going to be really decent. Personally, again, inspired casting choice, very very good. And, although he has his very certain speech cadence, I still think he's going to do a lot, and he's got range. So in the continuation, he and the Baron terrorise the populace and must contend with the rebellion. So obviously, Baron Harkonnen, Christopher Walken. So you've got two, Skarsgård as well as Walken, two great actors going alongside one another. Yeah. Jose Ferreira played the part in 1984 movie. Obviously, that's the David Lynch one. Now, Poe is going to be playing Princess Irulan, the daughter of the Emperor, while Butler is Fade Orauther, the cunning nephew of the Baron. Which there was a lot of, sort of rumours that was going to be played by that Irish actor. Barry Keoghan, but that's obviously come to nothing. So the cunning nephew of the Baron, who will be heading House Harkonnen, and who's going to be groomed to rule Arrakis. So pretty integral part for that individual. Now shooting is going to be beginning in summer in Budapest, with Villeneuve in the director's seat. He also co-wrote the script with John Svates, which that's the sort of but I mean it's an adaptation, so I don't see that they'll change that much, in fairness. I think it'll be fine. I think they've done enough. I think they've done enough good stuff. With the first one to sort of have your confidence, but maybe not. So DUNE, as of this point anyway, did 400.6 million worldwide, which is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. You know, like, even as a fan, I can admit that that's not amazing. It should have done a lot more, but it obviously did enough for them to go, yeah, whatever, we're fine. Like, we'll do it anyway, which I'm all for. I mean, it's interesting because they say it's released by Warner Brothers, and they always do this in these articles. This is a legendary production. It's legendary that made this film. Warner Brothers literally just distributed it and paid 25%, although Legendary put up 75%. So it's interesting that they always do that. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because Warner Brothers is better in SEO, but whatever. It also netted 10 Academy Award nominations, including for Best Picture, and it won 6 Oscars. I don't know whether it was snubbed, in fairness, at the Oscars, but 6 Oscars is pretty decent. So, ICM rep Walken is coming off of co-starring in Apple TV's thriller Severance, which I didn't realise. I had no idea that he was doing stuff to this day. First season of which debuted earlier this year and has been renewed for a second season. The veteran actor won an Oscar for his performance in The Deer Hunter and was nominated for his work in Steven Spielberg's Catch Me If You Can. He was great in Catch Me If You Can. They're showing this. There was a picture of him recently. He doesn't look in the best of health. You can sort of see him there. I mean, he's just an old guy now, isn't he, really? That's all it is. But I think, like, that also goes some way to showing him play, you know, to put in the casting as pretty decent, because he's going to be this sort of weathered, weary emperor, manic, a little bit unhinged. And I think his up-to-date, obviously aged look goes some way to helping that casting along as well. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Personally, I genuinely think it's a very, very good casting choice. So I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Side note, just real quick, I was expected to have internet again yesterday. I don't. They bitched out. If you follow me over on Twitter at Mistaked Reviews, you would have read that yesterday. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So bear with me. Still, I don't have internet, basically. But anyway, cheers, guys. Give the video a like and please do share it. Peace. Also, perhaps consider checking out my Teespring store. You can find it linked down below in the description box. There's some really cool designs. There's something that you might like on there, and it goes some way to helping the channel out and kind of what I do here. And it's a good way to support and rock some one-of-a-kind merchandise designs. We've got, of course, our favourite Jasper on a Clown World stuff, but then we've also got something a little bit unique, the R32 GTR, as well as a JDM Pulsar GTIR. Again, stuff for everyone. Bit of fun. Please do check it out down below in the description box.